I'm live. Woohoo! Hey, whoever's been waiting, thanks for being here. Way we do it, we just talk about whatever. For the most part, whatever. There's some things YouTube won't let me talk about. Well, they'll let me talk about them, just I get little notes. What the hell are they doing? Can y'all hear that? Huh. Weird. Somebody's pounding on something outside. I don't know what it is. Not going to talk, just going to look at me. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'll just make this a short stream. Damn, what the hell with my camera? Yeah, didn't really change anything. There we go. The color's better. Bye, whoever just left. What the hell? Did you think I was going to do like sleight of hand magic or something? Juggle? I always think that's weird. People come in, they don't talk, and then they leave. And they probably go tell their friends, that thing sucks. Hey, whoever just dropped in. Welcome. Now it says 5 people dropped in. Hopefully somebody that wants to talk. Bye, whoever just left. I say bye even though they can't hear me. Hopefully somebody will talk. Otherwise, it's going to be boring and short. Feel free to ask questions, ask my opinion. Just be cautious because I'm brutally honest and I tend to hurt people's feelings. I ran 2 candy asses off right off the bat. You can't hear me clearly? Oh, shit. Thanks, Mom. I'll fix that. Damn it. I was in a hurry. Oh, shit. Now you should be able to hear me. Maybe that's why people were leaving. You should be able to hear me clear now. I forgot to turn my microphone stuff on. Does it sound better now? Can you hear me? Wickety wickety whack. No? Yes? Kind of? Sort of? Maybe? Somebody? Oh, that would explain why people were leaving. Can you not hear me now? Is my microphone muted? No, it's not muted. Nobody going to tell me if they can hear me? I don't do sleight of hand magic or any stupid shit like that. So if that's why you're here, you're going to be very disappointed. You can hear me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't recognize your name. This your first time here? We usually just have good discussions about music. Oh, okay. All right. We talk about movies, music, whatever. There's a few things YouTube doesn't let me talk about. I mean, they'll let me talk about it, but then it affects my money, so I don't discuss those. But for the most part, ask my opinion about anything. Or we'll talk about whatever for the most part. I don't talk about politics. That's not good for my channel. Plus, we spent an hour talking about it one time, which is half of my live stream, and it didn't do any good. Just a bunch of... I'm doing really good. I've been really busy. I haven't got to release any videos this week. I've been crazy busy. I got videos scheduled. I just have not had time to shoot them, edit them, and get them uploaded. I definitely plan on doing it next week. Uh, been subscribed for years. That's cool. Uh, yeah, it happens. Everybody's got lives, so I don't ever trip when people don't watch. I mean, I kind of trip when people don't join the live stream. Well, not really trip. It's just, why sit here if nobody's going to talk? I just like to have good conversations. But yeah, I've been really busy with work. How's my weather? Hot. Crazy hot. Stupid hot. I don't even want to go outside. That's how hot it is. It was 80 degrees when I went to work at 3:30 this morning. I don't think the air conditioner shut off all day. Where are you at? I got to put my glasses on to see your name. 300 tunes. Where are you at, 300 tunes? Well, global warming, it's summer. It's only warm in half the country, half of the planet. In Australia right now, it's winter, so it's cold there. You're in New York? Never been to New York. I've always wanted to go, but I've just never gone. I have lots of friends that go. Wait, see, you contradicted yourself there. It's not the hottest summer in history. We have recorded times where it's hotter than this. The planet goes through phases. We've been recording the weather for a long time, but it's hot. I'm not going to argue that. But there has definitely been hotter days. And here in Texas, we had a drought last year. Crazy hot. We were over 100 for, I think it was over a month. It happens. Now that I couldn't argue with. Like I said, I've never been to New York, so yeah, Texas, it gets hot a lot. If it doesn't get hot during the summer, we get concerned. So what do you do in New York without being too specific, or if that's too personal of a question? Because people always ask me all sorts of crazy shit. I think I'd like to visit New York. I don't think I'd like to live there. I don't like cold, especially as cold as it gets up north. That's why it has nothing to do with all the other reasons people give for not wanting to go to New York. I think I have the right attitude to be there, or right personality, maybe. You go to college? Hey, that's cool. Yeah, I get mixed things about New York. There's people who love it, and then there's the people who hate it. I very rarely get anybody that goes, it's okay. That's cool. Become a therapist, that'd be great. Well, I'm running people off quick today, and that's okay because it ain't saying being part of the conversation. I went to college to be a teacher with special focus on special needs kids, and got messed up in the last semester. I don't mean like messed up in the last semester. Life happened. Got screwed over, and here I am, a long time later, doing this. Are you from New York or did you move to New York? Got more people coming in. Maybe they'll join the conversation too. Nope. 2 of them left. What's up, yo? Glad to see you made it. I'm talking to this dude from New York. Oh, born in the Bronx. Wow. Hey, Ryan, what's up, buddy? That's good. See, that's what I like about the regulars. They jump right in. This dude, he's been subscribed for a long time or for years. Low Spec, what's up, buddy? Missed you last week, man. But he jumped right in. He's conversing quite nicely. I've had one busy ass week. Those of you that watch my reactions know because I haven't released any reactions. I've been too busy to do that. Oh, cool. I'll make sure I check them out. Spec, if you post them on your Facebook, that way I know where they're at. Or I just go to your channel. And normally that's where they pop up. I don't have to go to your channel. They normally pop up on my Facebook and I click on them and watch them. No, only during the winter. Overnight here, it was still 80 degrees. Well, Ryan, last week's live stream was pretty slow. I had one person join and talk for almost the first half, and then another person join and talk for the second half. Oh, yeah, it's crazy, crazy. DC, what's up, little buddy? Good to see you. Man, I'm glad y'all showed up. No, I know. I know you were. There weren't a whole bunch of people in it, though. It was pretty slow, for especially considering how it normally goes. Let's see. But yeah, Ryan, just been crazy busy. I'm doing really good, DC. I just been really super busy. Having to try to catch up with mowing and work and spending time with my granddaughter. I've been busy, busy, busy. But I will get back on it, my schedule, and I will release a full load of videos next week. I've already got them scheduled. I just have to get them shot and uploaded. I just had too much shit to do this week. And it's all about balance. Let's see. Yeah, it's actual green screen. Is actually actually, I bought it because it was advertised as a green screen. It is literally a king size sheet that's been dyed green. It looks greener than it does on camera, but it does well for putting up my background in my videos, which I'm trying to get away from. Yeah, it does. I wasn't even pissed when I saw it was a king size sheet. I wasn't even mad, and it works. It works great. Just keep it stretched and keep the lights on it. It hasn't failed me. I've used it ever since I started using green screen. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. When I very first used green screen, I had the big poster boards that you could buy that were fluorescent green, and I taped them all together on the wall behind me. Yeah, I bought this. It was super cheap, and I went. They didn't have any green sheets at our Walmart, and that way I didn't have to dye it myself. So I just bought this. But anyways, but life's good. We're going to a baseball game this Tuesday. I can't wait. I love baseball. My whole family's going. Love that. What's my favorite thing about being a YouTuber? No bullshit. 100% is doing the live streams. If I could draw enough crowd, I would do live streams all the time, and I try to figure out a way to do some music shit with it. But I love, love, love doing. Oh, okay. But I love doing the live streams, and I like doing my shorts on my 6 minutes channel. I release the same shorts that I release. I release shorts there. It's the same videos I release on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay, DC, to answer your question about TikTok, I will not go back to doing TikTok live because every little bitch that I block for being a little bitch or talking shit or disrupting the conversation reports me for bullying, even though I don't say anything to the majority of them. I just block them. They go report me and I get in trouble. I've had TikTok cancel too many. They don't actually look at what's going on. So I tried to reverse psychology one the last time, and I reported one of the guys who was actually being a dick for bullying. And I was told, no, he's fine, but you're being a bully. And they took down my video. So just in case anybody from higher up in TikTok's watching, I don't need TikTok live. And they're not even paying me. TikTok, I am eligible for pay, but TikTok keeps finding reasons I'm violating community standards to not pay me. At least YouTube, if somebody files a complaint, they have a human being look at it and say yes or no. And I don't ever do anything to cause that. In my early days, I did, back before I was getting monetized. But once it started affecting my money, I quit giving it back like they do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's sad when YouTube has more freedom than your platform. Yeah. Yeah, we're wholesome over here. I do like Denzel Curry. Um, okay, but let me warn you about freestyles. I'm very rarely impressed with freestyles. There are some people that do it, but I prefer not to react to them because it tends to upset people because they're like, "Oh, you're not getting it." It's not that I'm not getting it, I'm harder to impress. So I do like Denzel Curry, but man, I ain't react to him in a whole minute. I'm trying to think of the last song I reacted to. But yeah, freestyle is really not a good idea for me to react to. Hey, little Ziggs. You're the second person to ask me that. Yeah, with the kids being out of school, I think I just got Apocalypse. I think I just got that right before I went live. So uh, I can't remember what it was, but I remember getting a suggestion through that. So I'll put it on my list. Uh, Lil Ziggs, to answer your question, I've only done like one whole album because well, granted, Suicide Boys songs are short enough. I might be able to pull up. That's the only reason I did a full album reaction that one time. But it works better for me if I do them one or two songs at a time because it splits it up. Because if I shoot that whole thing, if I do a whole album and like three people watch, then I can't do any more songs off the album, or I won't do any songs off that. Yeah, okay, I did get that. As soon as you said that, I'll give it a go. I think I told you before. I like Zillikami better than Sos Mula, but I'll give him a shot. But yes, I did see that right before I went live. But just know ahead of time. And I'm not saying I don't like Sos Mula. I just prefer Zillikami over him. Just personal preference. Oh, I'll definitely check them out. Well, I'll definitely react to them. Uh, what do I like about freestyles? The energy. Um, hang on just a second, 300. Let me finish hit this question. Uh, for me, with freestyles, is more so the flow of it and not being Dr. Seuss, not being Dr. Seussy. I see comedians that do better freestyles than a lot of rappers, and they make it up right then on the spot. There's a TikTok guy that does it, a white guy, and then there's a comedian who does it just like that guy does. Will take suggestions and it's good. It's not just like, could you, would you in a box? Could you, would you with the, that's not cool. So it has to do with the flow and that it's not Dr. Seussy. Anybody can do that. So that's how I go with freestyles. Uh, even rappers that I like, I don't like most of their freestyles. I'm not saying I don't like any of it as a whole. So there's that. All right. Uh, uh, I do not remember that. Oh, I don't remember if I reacted to that or not. I that looks the JID looks familiar. I can't even sit here and pretend like I know. You'd have to search my channel and see. Because if you search just on my channel, if I did it, it'll pop up. And I would have to do that in order to tell you right now. Hang on, I'll do it in just a second. DC, that's a simple question, and it's not even close in comparison. Juice World, no, it's not even hands down. Juice World by a mile, more than a mile. I don't know if you want to hear my entire thought about Peep, even though I've told some of it. Okay, I can answer your question now, dude. Well, shit. What song is it? Uh, I've done. Uh, oh, that's not even a JID. He just was on that. Uh, okay, all the songs I have with him, he's. Oh wait, I did Never by him. So JID, I did the song Never, and then the other songs. Well, it says he, son of a bitch. Hang on a second, I gotta look. I did Never and apparently Cody Blue 31, whatever the hell that is. So that's the JID reactions I've done. I don't like that whole bunch of shit. But yeah, it's not even a competition. Juice World way beyond Peep. Peep just. Oh, I'm going to, since the conversation started, I'm going to go ahead to. Oh, okay. No, I react to pretty much whatever. Yeah. So 300, not that specific song. Lil Ziggs, I appreciate you laughing at that. I think it's funny and I say it in videos all the time. No, Apocalypse, I react to pretty much anything. There's some shit I'm not allowed to react to because it affects my monetization. Well, I won't react to because it affects my monetization. So there are limits, but no, I'll react to TV shows, movies, whatever, except politics and religion kind of doesn't go over well because of my opinion on religion. So that's that. I don't remember if I liked Cody Blue. It's been so long ago. I think that's the first song I ever reacted to from him. So I do not remember. I can't even pretend. I mean, when you stop and think about how many songs I've reacted to. Oh, okay. DC. I've said it plenty of times. Lil Peep took off the way he did because he hit it just the right time and found the right audience. Just like with Nirvana, because a lot of people like to compare him to Kurt Cobain. Nirvana hit the way they did because it was perfect timing. Nirvana was not that great of a band. I don't even think they would still be together, and if they were, they would be down to like touring clubs. But Lil Peep hit just at the right time. That's why. Juice actually, and I'm not saying Lil Peep has no talent, but Juice's skill set was way beyond that of Lil Peep's. He was really good. And so it wasn't just perfect timing with him. He was really good. Now, the fact that he's gone, how much longer he'll last, I don't think he's good enough to last, even though his fans think that. And Lil Peep's fans think that too. That their fan base, their hardcore fans think they're going to last 50 years. I promise you, in 50 years, nobody will be talking about either one of them. He was. That's exactly what I said. What's up, JJ? Glad you made it, man. Yes, that is correct. But Peep just hit at the right time. But it's already fading. I have less and less people ask me to react to him. I mean, granted, there's nothing new coming out, and all the new shit's just pieced together garbage, from what I've heard anyways. They're doing the same thing with Juice. They're taking pieces of songs and mixing them to put them out. So they're going to milk them for everything they can. And I would still be reacting to Juice if it wasn't for his Peep. The people that are controlling shit I don't know why they block my stuff. I've only said one negative thing about Juice. And it wasn't really negative. It was just honest and upset some of his fucking I said bucking. Bucking. Not what YouTube might think I said. Boy, I got on a roll. Told you I really talk that way. But it wasn't even, it was just being honest, not, and his fans lost their damn mind. That is exactly right, Lil Ziggs, and that's the point I've tried to make to people. Had he still been around, yes, I think he would have had a much longer career, and I think he would have been even bigger than he was. I mean, he jumped up there, but I think he had staying power. So yes, he could have. But once you turn off the water, the tub will go empty eventually, or the pool will go empty. So yes, but I don't think Lil Peep would have lasted that long because I think his core fan base would have outgrown that. As much as I dislike Taylor Swift, she has done it brilliantly. She deserves every dime she makes, regardless of what you think about her. She was smart enough to lock in that core fan base, and instead of trying to just keep doing the same shit, she kept going up with her fan base. So now she has grown adults that love her just like they did when they were teenagers. She grew with her fan base instead of letting her fan base outgrow her. So that's where the problem is going to come in with Peep and Juice WRLD. I think Juice WRLD will still carry on farther. Well, the reason I don't react to him is I started getting, it was him, Juice, that kid that I don't like, the white world, like his music. Shit. I think he's from Australia. I can see his face. I just can't think of his damn name. But there was like 3 or 4 artists. There's some bottom feeder group that started getting me copyright strikes. If not even, it wasn't Juice's people. It wasn't the Kid Laroi. Yes, Kid Laroi. That's who it came me literally as it popped up on the screen. It was there. Anyways, yes, the Kid Laroi. But this bottom feeder group, I want to say it was X, Juice, Kid Laroi, and it seemed like one other artist. They were going back. They only have 90 days to go back through my videos. This bottom feeder group somehow was going back over a year. Videos I forgot I even shot. It got me copyright strikes. And if you get 3 within a certain amount of time, you lose your channel. Not to be recovered. I couldn't just start another channel and go, you got to get another IP address because it's based off of your IP address. Do I like dirt bikes? I did when I was younger. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But now that I'm grown up, street bikes and not crotch rockets, street bikes. I still like dirt bikes, but at my age, my favorite car, that is super easy. Thanks for asking these questions. My all-time favorite car that I would literally give my left nut for is between a 69 to 73 Chevelle SS. The Chevelle SS is just the most dopest muscle car to me, in my opinion. Camaro's right behind it. Oh, wait, Nova, then Camaro, and then the Trans Am / Firebird. But yeah, the Chevelle SS, I'm not kidding. I would go have the surgery right away. I don't care how bad it hurts or for how long it hurts. I would get it done. But yeah, you're younger, so absolutely. Yes, very old school. Hey, Precious. Wow. Wow. How young are you, Precious? Well, just ballpark. You don't have to say your exact age. Some women are weird about that. I appreciate you stopping by to say hi. You're always so nice in the comment section. But yeah, as far as my cars go, very old school. Apocalypse, the problem I have with most your newer cars, unfortunately, I've heard a lot of insider tips on Cadillacs. Used to Cadillac was a dope car. I always wanted to get a Chevelle and then put a new Cadillac engine in it. All right, Precious, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. But drop in a newer Cadillac engine because that motor that they were putting in them were dope. But now I hear they're having a lot of problems that they're finicky. But oh no, I do not drink milk, and I don't recommend anybody drinking milk. I don't drink any milk at all. But no, I don't drink any type of milk. I haven't done that for years. I used to drink chocolate milk. I had quit drinking white milk way prior to, and I would drink 1 glass of chocolate milk a day. Why? It's not good for you. It doesn't do all that stuff they say. It actually, if all you gotta do is you can search it up on YouTube, you can Google it. It's not good for your bones. That was just a commercial thing. It's not really good for your bones. Not to mention all the pus and shit that's actually in it that doesn't get filtered out. There's plenty of research to back that up. But I was already phasing it out of my life, and then once I started doing my research, that's why I went, oh yeah. I ran 4 people off. I wonder if it's because they were like, they like milk, and they just went, he doesn't drink milk. Oh my god, he wouldn't recommend it. I'm leaving. Or maybe they didn't like what I said about some of the artists or the cars. But Apocalypse, the problem, I do not eat cereal either. And there's a whole host of reasons why I don't eat cereal either. I'm super health conscious when it comes to my diet. I was a pretty healthy eater prior to becoming diabetic, but once I became diabetic, I got even stricter. That's how I used to do it, Lil Ziggs. I had cereal with chocolate milk. Electric cars, they need to get rid of them. I don't think they're gonna last. I think it's a phase. They actually do more damage to the earth, and I don't know where these people think the electricity is coming from. Our electrical grid is already taxed bad enough as it is. So by putting all these electric cars out that you have to charge with electricity, they're not greener. They're not helping anything. The batteries, as they rot, actually or bad for the planet. Oh, I'm not one of those guys, by the way. Uh, Muscle cars should be gas. They should be 8 cylinders. When I see people buy 6-cylinder Camaros or 6-cylinder Mustangs, any kind of muscle car with 6 cylinders in it, that's a waste of money. What a phony individual. But anyways, yes, cereal is loaded with lots of bad shit. Absolutely. Little research, you find that out. So I'm very particular about what I put into me. But electric cars, they need to do away with that. It's a horrible idea. The basic concept was okay. Now, if your car came with solar panels and that solar power powered your car, 100% go ahead. Even though the batteries still destroy the earth, life expectancy is not that great. Blah, 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 blah. I bet if anybody's dropping in right now, they're like, listen to that sumbitch. Get off your soapbox and shut up. But you asked my opinion, so I wanted to answer it properly. That's no. See, they're just selling the name. No muscle car is electric. That's ridiculous. You can make it as a little novelty trick item, like, oh, look, I've got a electric muscle car that'll pop a wheelie. Okay. It's not a muscle car. Oh, yes, I've traveled outside the country. I love traveling outside the US, especially when they find out that I'm not like typical Americans. I've been to Mexico once. I don't need to do that again. I was good with the once that I did that. I lived in Germany for 3 years. Love, love, love that. If I ever move out of the United States, it will be to go back to Germany. I've been to Austria. Hey, Sad Wonderland, what's up, buddy? But I have, so those are the 3 countries I've been to. I want to go back to Germany soon. On my bucket list are Japan and Australia. This week it's going okay, Sad Wonderland. I do not know what happened last week. That was just some weird fluke, but we're having a great one today. So that one was in the past. I don't know. It was just one of those days. It happens from time to time. But today we're having a great one. You're having great conversations. They're asking great questions. I'm having a damn good time. Does that say my cheapest experience? Oh, okay. My reactions. I'm sorry. I thought you, I'll explain that again in just a second. Shit. Sorry, dude. My cheapest experience traveling outside the US? Well, Mexico was pretty cheap. I was a kid. I had nothing to do with it, but I watched what was going on around me. I don't know. Oh, dude, I was trying to answer somebody else's question, but let me stop what I was doing. I'm not being rude, skipping your question, but let me fix this so that he'll stop. I've been extremely busy this week. I've had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of work. I've been very busy working, mowing grass, doing other stuff that I have to do. I will do a full load of videos next week. So starting next Tuesday, I'll release 2 a day. No. Let me answer your question. I'll release 2 a day starting next Tuesday. I have them scheduled. I've just been way too busy to shoot, edit, and upload videos this week. So I have shit I have to do because just like y'all, I have a life. I have shit I have to do. So hopefully that answers your question. Oh, I actually have an answer to both of those questions, but let me finish 300's question. I can't say that I had a cheapest experience. Everything was just great. It is what it is. Some things were more expensive. Some things were like normal. I was in the moment. I loved being there. I loved Germany. Before I met my wife, I wanted to move back to Germany, become a German citizen. But I talked to my uncle. I call him my uncle. He's not really my uncle, who is a German citizen. He retired over there, became a German citizen. The wall had just come down, and he warned me. He said, I'm not telling you not to come back, but this is not the country you left. It was a horrible mistake taking down the wall. So I did not move back. Met my wife. I've had a great life. But Germany's still on the back burner just in case shit jumps off bad in America and I can't take it anymore. Okay. Oh, wow. Gary Holloway. Hang on just a second, Gary. Answering questions. Okay. The best thing about Germany was it was Germany. Germany is awesome. If anybody tells you they went to Germany and it sucked, they either went there acting like an American or they were stationed there and they didn't go off post and get around. I learned to speak German while I was there. I had a blast. I love, love, love Germany. And as long as you're not out acting like an asshole American, treating the Germans like shit, for the most part, they treat you great. I love Germany. My worst experience in Germany was dealing with Turks. I'm not being racist or anything like that, but they were the only ones I had issues with. I was ordering ice cream in an ice cream store, one of the easiest things to order, and he kept acting like he couldn't understand me. Asked me if I spoke English. I said yes. He said, well, say it in English because I don't understand your German. And I was like, I speak better German than you. What the hell do you mean you don't understand my German? I told him where to stick his ice cream, and I left. So that was the worst part, was dealing with, and it wasn't all of them, just certain, mostly businessmen, men that had businesses or worked in businesses. Okay, Gary. How you been, Gary? Didn't see you or Brandy last week. I haven't seen you in a while, but makes me worry when y'all don't show up. Man, y'all asked some good questions today. Did I answer your questions good enough? I hope everybody is still here. Oh, I can see that. Because with me, they've been hit or miss, the ones I've interacted with. Some have been great experiences, super awesome people, and some not so much. I think the vent on my cup is messed up. But yeah, I can see that. Now nobody's going to talk. Did I hurt anybody's feelings? Did I not answer your question? Damn, Gary, come on, buddy. Man, I'm praying for you. I wish everything, nothing but good stuff for you. Sending you all the positive vibes that I can. Yeah, that's why I worry about you every time you don't show up. I'm like, damn, especially like when Brandy doesn't show up too, because normally Brandy will show up, but I'm like, oh no, if neither one of them are here, maybe just for good measures, y'all should tell your sister to start watching my live streams too. So in case y'all don't show up, she can give me a heads up. Brandy might be working because that's usually about the only time he doesn't show up, if he's working or he has something to do with his kids. But yeah, Gary, I worry about you, buddy. My chair isn't actually squeaking. Spec, that's what I've heard. I've watched a lot of videos where people go, to Japan and show how they do just fine on a budget. But yeah, I want to go to Japan to take in the culture because I mean I'm sure there's bad with everything, but I want they just seem like such positive people. I ask people that have lived there, I watch videos all the time. So I know there's some shit, but I really want to go because they're so positive and amazing. And I've never met the reason why I go to Australia is because I've never met an Australian I didn't like. I've gotten along with every Australian I've ever met. You have no desire to leave the country. Well, to each their own. But there's definitely some states. There's states I avoid. I've been to. I didn't like them. Spec. I don't know if alleys if you literally mean out in alleys or if that's a place. But like here, a lot of our gut trucks, the food trucks that are around, we actually have one right down from us. They set up these little parks where there's just food trucks in them. That's where some of the best food comes from. Unfortunately, the place that I used to go down to get burritos from, they went somewhere else. I don't know where they went. But yeah, it's usually the little places that have the best stuff. Uh, I've never been there. Ryan, I've never been there. I don't know where that is. Actuality. See, that's what I was hoping you were talking about. What states do I avoid? I avoid Louisiana. Uh, Now, granted, when I drive to Florida, which has been 30 years, but when I drive to Florida, instead of taking I-10 down into New Orleans, I pick up 110 and go straight across the state. I can get across the state. I think it's about an hour and a half. I just drive straight across it. I actually stop in Beaumont, Texas, and fill up so that I do not have to stop in Louisiana. Uh, Arkansas is like a big trailer park. Been there. Uh, oh, what's that place? My mom was, I think it was Tennessee. And that's not all of it, it's just where she lived. Not Tennessee. Shit. Yeah. No. Where? I'm sure she'll send me a message in a minute and tell me where. Uh, oh yeah, I unless I'm going there like to perform or for a specific reason, I try to avoid bigger cities too. When I do make that trip to Florida, I actually time it so that I can go around Houston and avoid all the morning rush traffic. I hate Houston. Uh, Mississippi can be a bad place. I've never been to Turkey, Gary. Oh yeah, I don't want to live in Oregon either. Oregon's not nice and quiet. Oh yeah, Detroit. Oh yeah, Ryan named cities. Absolutely. Oh well, that depends on what you're looking for as far as best. Austin, great for live music. Dallas, great for comedy. Austin has a decent comedy scene. Clarksville, Tennessee, yes. Uh, yeah. So Tennessee, my mom lived in Clarksville. That was like a big trailer park too. Uh, well, you would think Gary, Indiana is a great place with the name Gary, but I don't know. Um, but Lil Ziggs, Texas, one of our mottos is it's like a whole other country. That's not exaggerating. Texas is so big and there's so many great places to visit. You really can't do it in one day. It's more like a 2 week, at least 2 weeks. Okay. All right. So, yes, there are parts of Austin even I don't go to. Even when I was performing, there are certain places I wouldn't go to. But there are nice places in Austin. But as far as nature, oh shit, we've got some of the best places to go to. Uh, but yes, there are places in Austin that are absolutely no go. I would not suggest anybody to go to. Uh, but Dallas, like most of the big places where there's great entertainment are pretty sketchy. But you can get through it. So a lot of this shit that happens is actually exaggerated. Uh, well, I even despite what I just said, oh shit. Hang on just a second. Uh, Despite what I just said, I think Texas is truly a must-see state if you've never been here. Texas, my mom loves Oklahoma. A place I would suggest for your first time, if you're looking for nature, the Big Bend National Park is a great place for nature. Uh, it's fantastic if that's what you're looking for nature stuff. But we have it's literally you would have. I would advise you to just Google Texas tourist attractions or something like that. It's really there. I could sit here for literally an hour going over stuff. There's just there. It's so big, and there's so much to do and see here. Now, granted, I do not recommend Houston. Would tell you to avoid Houston at all costs. Dallas can be pretty sketchy, depending on where you're at, and Austin can be pretty sketchy. Waco can be pretty sketchy. There's some shithole cities in Texas. As big as it is, you have to have good and bad. But if you're looking for nature, Big Bend National Park is definitely a place I would recommend going. Uh, if you're for first time, but like, wow, national parks are your thing. Big Bend seems far out from everything. It is definitely, definitely out there. It's matter of fact, I have a picture of me right there when I was a little kid. I know y'all can't see it. I've shown it on camera before. I was pretty dorky holding a puppy right by the river. Um, well, I didn't think I was dorky, but looking at that picture right now, I was dorky. Uh, but yes, that's a great place. I can't remember what other parks. We have some other national parks here, but uh, we have some great caverns to go to. Interspace Caverns is a good place to go to. Uh, yeah, we have lots of cavern systems to go to. They're pretty dope. I like Interspace, and we go to Longhorn Caverns and Burnet. That's real pretty scenery there. We go hunting for cool rock. Hell yeah, Gary. Oh, well, yeah. I would have to eat some, but I'd have to talk my wife in. She is amazing when it comes to barbecuing. Or and most of the really great barbecue places around here have gotten so ridiculous with their prices. I don't even go out to eat at them. Pretty much anywhere. Anywhere you go in Texas, like I was just saying earlier, food trucks, you can get some of the best food off of just food trucks set up around the town. You know, back in the day, gut trucks were like, we called them roach coaches, gut trucks. They had garbage food. These places are making the most amazing food. And I don't recommend chains, but Austin is a great you can find any type of food you like. Austin is the place. That is top-notch food in Austin. Dallas as well. I'm sure there's a lot of places, but if I was going to say to go to one specific city for food, Austin. Austin, Texas is amazing restaurant wise. Uh, but hell yeah, Gary, I'd go rock hunting with you, buddy. And we could definitely go some dope places. I'm always down for rock hunting. uh, but yeah, hands down, Austin is dope. My son just took me to a restaurant I've never been to. It's a lady has it. She has 3 restaurants, and we went to her top notch one, and it was just amazing. Oh shit! There's a place in Austin called Eddie V's. Extremely expensive, but when you see the service, taste the food, you don't think about the price. It is the most amazing place to eat. Have I ever been to Midwest at all? I've I don't know what you consider or what is considered Midwest. I've been to Colorado. I've lived in Washington State, but that's upper. Uh, uh, I've been into Mexico. That's also not. That's lower. That's not upper. Uh, I've been to New Mexico, Colorado, driven through Wyoming, uh, driven through Oregon, lived in Washington. Germany had lots of mountains. Washington has mountains, but I did not hike either one of the mountains. I actually have a funny story about how I found Mount Rainier, uh, which was had to be weird for people that were driving by and saw the way I was acting. Uh, we only have hills here where I live. They're pretty good hills, but they're still hills. We don't really have mountains here where I live in Texas. Uh, I didn't get to go hiking in any of those places. I've been to Indiana, Tennessee. Oh, but that's mid. Never mind. That's the wrong direction. Sorry. I don't guess. I guess. Oh, wait. My mom's sending me a message. She'll fill me in on what I've done. Oh yeah. Uh, wow. Okay. My mom said for you to Texas tourism has a government website that is good for you to go look at. Um, I'm with Spec. I know people that prefer the deep dish pizzas, Gary, but I've over the years have gone to thin crust. I prefer thin crust now, and I'm like low spec. I don't mind pineapple on my pizza. I don't order it that way, but if it's on there, I don't care. Okay, but my mom said if you look, Google Texas tourism, there's a government website, and you can actually get a great tour book mailed to you that'll tell you all the places in detail. And my mom went to a well-known barbecue place in a small town west of here, which means that way, and her meal was $50, and she only got a modest amount of meat and a dessert. Yes, Gary, she always says hi to you. She adores you. As a matter of fact, when she says hi right now, because I said something, I will even show you the message that she says hi to you. I usually just tell you when she says hi. But she knows the way I talk to you and Brandy and Spec and a few of the others that come here all the time. But she had taken me to a very famous barbecue place east of where I live. Not only did they treat us like shit, when she told the price, I wanted to leave. My mom was paying, and that's the only reason we stayed. I would not have paid what they charged us. I would have told them to get bent. I would have given them, if you're not from Texas, you may not know what this means, but this is what we do here. This and that. If you don't know what it means, I'll tell you. But it's a Texas thing. Did I run everybody off? Oh, see? See, Gary? Told you. Oh, damn it, light. The hell? See, Gary? Right there. Told you she'd say hi. Oh. uh, uh, I've never had a problem with shit slipping off. I've had stuff slip off of anything. uh, yeah, that's a good New York one. Uh, in case you don't know, that means F you and the horse you rode in on. So not just you, but your horse as well. Uh, but yeah, I've never had any problems with thin crust doing that. I mean, no more than any other crust. The shit's going to slide off. Wow, we ran 4 people off. Bye to the 4. I've got people here talking. I'm happy. I don't care if it's 4 or 5. I do not. Well, let me clarify. Yes, there are a lot of horses in Texas. That's what I do, Spec. I fold it like a taco. If it's yes, I do the same thing. If it seems flimsy, I fold it in half. That's absolutely right. But I don't like a lot of shit on my pizza, anyways. And I normally eat vegetarian pizza. Well, since I've been back to being vegetarian, I only eat vegetarian pizza. But prior to that, I preferred it. I do not have a favorite chain. I have the one that we eat at the most, but I can't say it's my favorite. I prefer the shit we make at home. That means our pizzas, everything we make at home, I like better than eating out. But I almost never eat fast food. It's a has to situation. Very rarely eat out. Uh, and as far as like pieces of shit, so I'm going to say Domino's because that's the one we order the most because it doesn't come as greasy as the other pizzas. Little Caesar, too greasy. Papa John's, too greasy. I cannot stand greasy ass pizza. I would be happy to check that out if I make it there. And if I'm going to be there, I will let you know. I got to step off camera for a second, and everybody knows why it comes here for normal. Well, shit. So even though the air conditioner's on, it's so hot, it's messing my sinus up more than normal. Yes, sir. Oh no. No, Gary. I'm gonna have to leave my glasses on. Y'all are writing decent comments. I'm having to read. I mean, I can read normal because like one or two lines, but when there more than two lines, it actually bleeds together if I don't have my glasses on. Okay. No, there's all sorts of awesome vegetables go on a vegetarian pizza. And I do still eat cheese, even though I've reduced the amount of cheese I eat greatly in comparison. I do still eat cheese. And I would probably eat pizza with cabbage on it because I love cabbage. I love it boiled. I love boiled cabbage. Little salt, some little onions, potatoes. Back in the day with some sausage, but I don't do that anymore. But no, I think it's funny that everybody thinks vegetarian means you just have such a shitty diet. I eat amazingly. My wife hooks me up. She makes most of my meals on like Thursday, Friday, and we put them in the freezer and I just heat them up all throughout the week. Oh, 300. My mom asked if you have ever been to Kenny and Ziggy's Deli. She's never been to New York, but she'd like to go there. Have you ever been there? Or actually, it could be anybody, but she specifically said 300 because he lives in New York. And I have no idea. When I know the difference, I had cheese made with vegetables. Um, I want to say that I might not know, but because a lot of the vegetable based meat that I eat, you really can't tell the difference. Okay. I'm guessing my mom saw your comment because she responded really quick. Oh, she wants to go there and get a Reuben. He went there. Can you see his comment, Mom, or do you just see my comments? Wait, Lil Ziggs is. Oh shit, buddy. I'm sorry, Lil Ziggs. Peace, man. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great day. And we do it every Thursday from 2 to 4. Well, 2 to 4 my time, Central Standard Time. Take care. And if next time you make it back, you're more than welcome to come back. I've enjoyed the conversations. All right. That's Lil Ziggs. Take care, buddy. Mom, his comment said he went there once. Their food is like 7 out of 10 because of the long lines. Well, you had to have seen his comment. You just can't comment. You see the comments. So never mind. I read that out loud to you for no reason at all. You can tell we've been talking. We're an hour and 5 minutes into this, and I still have coffee. Man, I love when y'all do this. It ain't got to be something spectacular. Yes, you see this chat. Okay. I don't know why I didn't. I knew that, but I didn't. In the moment, I didn't realize that or wasn't thinking about it. All right, what are we going to talk about now? I'm having a damn good time with y'all today. Yeah, I know. See, that's how 300, when they're good, when they are good streams like this, even though if it's not a shitload of people, as long as the conversation is good and rolling, it flies by. Last week, drugged by really bad. Gary, anything you draw, record, anything you want to share with me, you know to send it to me. I always want to hear what you're doing. Oh, I don't think y'all will care. But once I get it down, I might show it to you. I just found out one of the songs I play all the time on my guitar is Margaritaville. I just found out there's actually a fourth verse to the song. When he originally recorded it, the record exec told him it was too long and he had to cut a verse out. So he cut the second verse out. I just saw, as an old clip, Jimmy Buffett on a show, and he told them that, and he played the second verse. So now I know the second verse. I just have to get used to it being in the song. I'm going to start doing the song with all 4 verses instead of just the 3. I know y'all are mesmerized, hanging on the edge of your seat going, oh my God. The one person here that is not here, the one person, well, aside from my mom, that's heard me sing recently and liked it, isn't here today. Oh, maybe he didn't really like my singing. Maybe he didn't come back, but he literally dropped into the stream last week. Nobody was in the stream, so I was singing, and he asked me to not stop singing. But I wasn't sure he was being sarcastic or not. But since he's not here this week, I'm assuming he was. I can still sing country okay. There's a few rock songs I do all right. I lost? I guess so. So sad. Like, yeah, Gary, anytime you've got something you want to show me, like artistically, anything. No, that's not right either, because you could do something artistic to that. No, not any type of drawing. Your art of people or places, or your music, always share. There's 300, I think, somewhere here on my channel. I think it's on this channel. There's a video of me doing some of Only God Knows Why by Kid Rock. I kind of do it more of a country version. It's just a little clip. And then I thought it was funny. One of the person who knows me from YouTube, they're like, oh, you actually play and sing? And there's a version of me doing a country version of Ice Ice Baby, which for some reason pissed some people off. I thought it sounded pretty good. So I don't know if they're mad because I did Ice Ice Baby, or if they were mad because I made a country version of Ice Ice Baby. It was just a little clip. I said if enough people wanted to hear the whole song, I'd do the whole song. Not enough people wanted to hear it. So if you look through my videos, you should be able to find it. Every now and then I post off the wall shit. But I'm kind of cautious on what I do because it does affect my money. And I hate when I get that letter from YouTube going, well, Bob, we're limiting your what is it? Ad revenue. Yeah, we're limiting your ad revenue due to your subject matter. But I have considered actually one time during the live stream. I don't know how it turned out. My microphone is pretty sensitive, so it might work fairly well. For a while, people would ask me, but nobody's asking in a long time. And I don't practice like I should, like when I was really good. But I can still do most of all. Only God knows why. Margaritaville. Uh, I can do the song "In My Dreams" by Dawkins. I love playing that acoustically, and "Somebody Save Me" by Cinderella. I love doing that one acoustically. I literally play those two songs every time I pick up a guitar. It doesn't matter if it's acoustic or electric. I used to do Hotel California. I still do Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. It's amazing how much I can't play anymore. And what's that song? Through the Glass by Stone Sour. um, Spec, I didn't watch the video. I did see it popped up, but I didn't have time to watch it. It was when I was logging in to do this. Yay, somebody's fixing to watch a commercial. Don't skip the commercial. I need that 0.003 cents. I've been playing guitar since I was 14 years old. I used to be a lot better than I am. I thought I was going to be a big rock star, and a 2-year addiction to Girl Scout cookies. It's my code word for something that rhymes with Beth, making sure I stress the B in that so YouTube doesn't think I'm promoting something else. But my 2-year addiction to Girl Scout cookies derailed that plan. So now I just play for fun. I've been playing since I was 14. I'm 57. So I've been playing for a few days now. Oh, dude. Gary, I forgot. I knew y'all were going, but I didn't know it was that you went already. Man, I am so jealous of you and Brandy getting to go to that. Hey, there's something weird going on with the U.S. postal system too, or service. Things are taking way longer than normal to get to where they're going. My new earrings are taking way too long to get here. But yeah, Gary, did you get any pictures, Gary? Oh, I bet you did, man. Yeah, the House of Blues here up there in Dallas. Oh, it's weird because if I point the direction, it looks like I'm pointing the wrong direction. On screen, it looks like I'm pointing at Austin. Here, where I'm actually pointing at Austin, it looks like I'm pointing at Dallas. My new tattoo. Took me 2 years to talk my daughter into giving me that tattoo because she doesn't do stupid tattoos, and she said it was a stupid tattoo. But she finally gave in and did it for me. And one of the first people to see it said, "You know, when you get your next tattoo, it won't be your new tattoo." I had to explain, this will always be my new tattoo. I think is great. I was glad she finally gave in. But yeah, the guy didn't get the joke. Yeah, I knew it sold out. I didn't know they had moved venues. Oh, please do, Gary. I told him I wanted to see. If y'all get pictures, whatever, I would love to see. And if y'all send me a good picture, when this comes down, it'll be on the wall. I'll put it with my Nemophila picture. Had a friend send me an 8x10. I've showed it to y'all before. But yeah, I figured the House of Blues would have sold out. Before, when I first heard it was booked, I figured it would have sold out. Oh, I wonder if I should get a tattoo over here that says my newest tattoo. Oh, in that case, I'll have to look. I'm glad that they're doing well. I hope that encourages their management to put them in bigger places. Hey, 300, it's been great, man. I appreciate you being here. Uh, okay, cool. Come back anytime. I do it every Thursday from 2 to 4. Well, 2 to 4 my time, Central Standard Time. But I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great week. Take care, man. Peace. Dope. Appreciate that, man. Later. Uh, all right, y'all. What are we going to talk about now? Man, this has been fantastic. If they were all like this, even if it was a small group, I love this when we just talk, 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 and it doesn't, there's no direction. It just, wherever the conversation goes. This is my favorite kind. And you can tell I'm really interested. I have my glasses on to make sure I can read your comments. I mean, I can read them. It takes a lot of squinting and shit. I have to do a tune-up on my car this week. And change the Earl. That should be fun. I'm good at it. I just do it less and less. I normally pay my friend to do it. I heard that they will be, but I can't remember if it's just a couple of festivals or if they're actually going to tour. I hope that makes sense. You know, come over and do a couple of festivals, or if they're actually going to. Well, I'm not sure, and I don't know for a fact. That was just something I had heard. I haven't officially seen it from them. Because, you know, sometimes people on the internet make up shit, believe it or not. I've lived like this fool. Oh, wow. On here, I don't look weird doing that, but there it does. Oh, I'm not leaning like I was. Okay. I was like, wow, that picture is really different. Gary, is Brandy doing okay? Or have you talked to him lately? I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm sure that that did. Doesn't Bandmate has a new album coming out soon, don't they? I know I'm reacting to a song this week from them, something new from them. It's on my list. I can't remember what it's called. Oh. Keith, what is up, buddy? Man, we've been having a great stream today. Glad you made it because you're part of what makes it great. Oh, man, that was sounding really cheesy. I almost sound like a TV game show. Hey, we'd like to welcome Keith Meyer to the stream. How are you doing, Keith? Oh, man. Oh, he has issues like I do. Man, I am sorry to hear. Yeah, I'll have to send him a message. I'm not gonna tell him now, I'll just check in on him, see how he's doing. Oh, that sucks. I hate to hear that. Good to hear, Keith. Good to hear. I just keep tugging along on my broke ass spine. Felt pretty good the other day. I found out that I, by myself, can still lift the front of a riding lawnmower, the engine in. I can still lift that all by myself to put it on cinder block so that I can change the tire. And it was fairly easy. I didn't have to strain. Made me feel pretty good. That is a good point, Gary. I mean, if that's going to be the end result, or could be the result of getting that, I really feel like he has nothing to lose, but I can't tell him what to do. I mean, I refused when I ruptured the disc in my back and I was out of work for 6 months and I was doing all of my research, looking at all my options. I decided I was not going to have the two vertebrae fused together. I was not going to get the artificial disc that goes in between the vertebrae uh, because it just wasn't worth it. Everybody that I read, they were all still in pain. So I hang upside down on my inversion table, keep my spine stretched out when it bothers me, which it hasn't been bothering me too much lately compared to normal. But so I couldn't clear conscious go get either one of those. I would never tell anybody to do anything like that. But you have a valid point there. If that's going to be the end result, anyways, you really have nothing to lose. Keith, is that your personal restrictions or is that your company's restriction? Because at the company I work for, we have 60-pound bags of dog food. And it's funny when I call them kids, the 20 somethings, when they see my old ass throwing 60-pound bags of dog food like they're nothing. But then when I explain, I was doing this before most of you were even born. So I think we have a weight limit, but we sell 60-pound bags of dog food. Well, we don't sell them. We send 60-pound bags of dog food to the stores. And hell, the pallets weigh almost 50 pounds. Or maybe it's 30 pounds. Oh, well, I guess I get that. I mean, because it would be spread out, right? It's not like a compact 30 pounds. It's a long 30 pounds. I guess I could get that. I mean, a 60-pound bag of dog food's only, oh, I can't fit it all on screen. 6-pound bag of dog food is only about, wow, I actually look clearer back here. Not that that's really a good thing for y'all, huh? Weird. And I don't look as fat as I was afraid I would. Ah! Anyway, 6-pound bag of dog food is only like this big. I'm glad I don't look fat. That would be weird. I slid back. In fact, that ruptured disc in my back has caused nerve damage on the right side of my body. So from my hip to my knee stays numb all the time. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Gary, I think I might have went with that in your under that situation. I probably would have done the same thing. Uh, Keith, I can totally relate to that. Walmart is way overboard on safety. And it's because one douchebag does something and sues the company or makes them go to the hospital. Like they make us wear goggles driving a lift because some asshole got a bug in his eye and made them take him to the doctor. I had a bug in my ear that took us a good 30 minutes to wash it out. He was live. I could hear him crawling around. I saw him coming. I didn't want him to go into my eye, so I turned my head, not thinking, and he shot straight into my ear. But I didn't go to the doctor. We just poured a couple of bottles in there until we got him washed out. But we had a guy who was eating his lunch and got food in his eye, and he made them take him to the doctor. Uh, but yes, Mickey, absolutely. I still get pissed off by that. If that lady had gotten her coffee and it was cold to lukewarm, she'd have been pissed. So to sue somebody because your stupid ass put hot coffee between your legs and squeezed it, that's a you problem. That's not a McDonald's problem. I agree with you 100%. Coffee's hot. So's fire, or coffee's supposed to be hot. Fire's hot too. Or peanut butter having a warning on it says caution contains peanuts. It's literally in the name. Gary, I don't know how that went down, but I promise you, if it had been me, I would have not told anybody. I would have felt so damn dumb. I can't tell you some of the injuries I've had at work and not reported because I could get fired if any of the people that work with me are watching. I can tell you at other jobs, not at Walmart, but at another job, I broke this finger many times. The first time I broke it was with a 2-pound sledgehammer. Yeah, everybody sues Walmart too, Keith. They literally have an entire office full of lawyers. that, that shit is cracking me up. First off, I think that's nasty, but that is that is taken off, and I've seen some actually funny videos, uh, interviews, memes. So I take it for that funny, it being funny, but what it actually is in reference to is just nasty. No, Gary, vegetarians would never blame vegetables because they know we would never hear the end of it from you carnivores. I heard she got fired too. Like I said, I think that whole thing is nasty, but the jokes, as long as it's jokes, I think it's funny. But yeah, and when you do stupid shit and put it on the internet, you're going to get fired. Somebody's going to see it, which is why I didn't say what I could have got fired for on the camera. The guy I used to work for the first time I broke my finger, it was construction, and I hit it with a 2-pound sledgehammer and bent this finger around the stake that I was driving. And I had to set it myself, which I always do. I don't go to the doctors for broken fingers. I've only been for this one, and that's because they saw me break it and they made me go. But I usually just set them myself, which is why my fingers are so crooked. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I set them myself and I duct tape them. They all still work okay. Yeah, who would have thought people get hurt from their own actions? Weird. But it is what it is. I would never do something stupid at work, and I wouldn't ever post anything at work. um, like we're not allowed to video or take pictures inside of where I work. Yet I see people post pictures of them at work where they're not supposed to have their take pictures. Post pictures of themselves at work all the time. You could be fired for that. I would never do that. I don't even bring my phone inside. I leave my phone in my car. But yeah, I see people do that kind of shit all the time, and they know Walmart watches us. Very weird. Oh, that's just the camera. My head looks really skinny. Or maybe not. I'm waiting for when you call me a fat head and I'll feel okay. I actually have a very large head. I wear a 7 5/8 hat. I've only heard of one other person that wears that, and he's a football player. Um, Mickey, Gary, it's because they're so secretive of what we have inside the building. I don't mean as far as groceries. That's a given. We have groceries, but they don't like anybody to know the setup, the equipment we're using, any of that shit. Yes, they watch. If y'all only knew, in the warehouse where I work, they do watch us, and their cameras are so good. If you're on one end of an aisle, the camera can read your name badge. They used to have shitty cameras. Now they've got really good ones. With good reason. There's a lot of people doing stupid shit. Um, yeah, I guess you could say that because you can't just walk in. Where at the warehouses where I work, you can't just walk in. But yes, and as far as in the store, they are watching you and they have facial recognition, which people have tried to sue for, but you don't have to shop at Walmart. So, but they have facial recognition. And if you're shoplifting, they don't always bust you right away. They'll wait till you reach a felony amount. Once you go into the system as a shoplifter, they follow you when you walk in the store, they follow you at all times. And then when you hit felony level, that's when they bust you. Because a little slap on the wrist. I haven't heard that yet. I wouldn't be surprised, but I have not heard that. We know they tell us a lot of stuff, but they don't tell us everything. There's times that people will say shit that I'm like, I haven't heard that, and I go to work and ask, and it's true. We know a lot of stuff, but we don't know everything. Because some things I go public with, and some things I don't know if they're just testing to see the public's response, so the public will hear about it before we do at work. The shit they're really proud of, we're going to hear about it. They can't wait to hold a meeting and tell us, guess what we're doing? In lieu of giving you a raise, we're going to waste this much money this month. You cannot open carry into the building where I work, and there's very good reason for that. You can't open carry there. I can't remember about the stores. I've seen open carry in a major grocery food chain, Walmart's biggest competitor here in Texas. Because this store, they only have a few stores outside of Texas, but in Texas, they are Walmart's biggest competitor as far as groceries go. They allow open carry. I'm trying to remember. Oh, dude, it is insane how much they watch it. Like in the warehouse where I work, so the order fillers, the people who are loading stuff on the pallets to send to stores, the system already gives you an allotted amount of time to do that. That is called a trip. The computer is counting how long it takes you to pick. It already has an idea of how long it should take you to pick X amount of cases from each slot, how long it should take you to go from slot to slot, how long it should take you from beginning to end. If you're off, they can look at the computer and they know exactly where you were off, and then you're going to have to explain why if it was too long. You don't get fired right away. It takes a little bit. I always tell people, if you get fired from Walmart, it's because you went out of your way to do it. I'm not pro Walmart. I've been there for a little over 25 years, but I only work 3 days a week, full-time pay. So, but Keith, I'm not sure. it's I want to say I've seen open carry in Walmart here in the town where I live, but I'm not positive enough. But it doesn't phase me when I see people open carrying. I think it's only people, I'm not saying you're doing this, but I think it's only people who live in states where it's concealed or not open carry. I've never seen anyone open carry. Oh no, Walmart here, unless they've recently changed, I have seen someone because remembering this guy was at Walmart. Uh, his open carry didn't trip me out, but the fact that he had 3 clips in his belt with his gun, that's the part. Either he's a really shitty shot or he expects some serious shit to jump off. But all right, make sure you watch your commercials. In 2, 1. Some of you are seeing a commercial. Hopefully it's for my channel. Not really, I don't pay advertising. But yeah, open carry doesn't trip me out at all. Oh shit, do you work for Walmart? That's exactly how it works. With what I do, I'm a Lyft driver. I'm on production, but I'm not paid incentive. But I can be fired for not making production. It's not a problem for me. I make production and then some. But because I'm just really super good at what I do. But the order fillers are paid incentive for doing above production. And some of them are making like a full week's pay extra on their paychecks. But the thing that aggravates me is they cater to the sorry asses, and those of us that have good work ethics, we're the ones they mess with. I mean, I'm not going to lose my job over some dumb shit. I mean, I have the option of quitting, but I'm good 3 days a week. I don't know if I. Brandy! Does the commercial before the live video? Yes, any commercial that shows on my channel, no matter what I'm doing, I get paid for, but it's literally 0.003 cents. So it takes a whole lot of commercials for me to actually make some money. Welcome, Brandy. And that's funny that you showed up. Did Gary call you? Because I was going to message you. I appreciate you getting in time just for the ads. I'll send you a message later, Brandy. Yeah, I didn't know if you want to talk about that kind of shit openly, so I will email you, Brandy. But yeah, I say Walmart's a shitty company. Oh, I hadn't sent you an email yet, Brandy, unless it's one of my old ones. And Gary said you got some pictures of Love Bites. You should share them with your friend. By friend, I mean me. That would be super dope. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I don't like encourage people to work at Walmart, but I mean, if it was that bad, I would have quit a long time ago. Like I said, the fact I only work 3 days a week, make full-time pay, it's all good. I don't promote the company though. It's not the worst job I've ever had. Worst job I've ever had, I only did for 5 hours and never went back. Outstanding. I'd appreciate that, Brandy. Yeah, so it's definitely not the worst job I've ever had. It's the longest job I've ever had. Prior to Walmart, my record was 7.5 years. I beat it by a long shot. Well, that was rude. And I know y'all heard that. Sorry about that. All right, y'all, we got 20 minutes. What are we going to talk about? The fact that I'm still waiting on my new earrings to get here from New Jersey? Yeah, I am. Hell, that's good. I thought the only job I would have for over 20 years would have been in the military, and that didn't last very long. Well, if you got to push Brandy around a wheelbarrow, you give me a holler. I'll help you. I'm pretty good with the wheelbarrow. Or you get one of those little carts to pull him around in. That would be helpful. Of course he cares. Brandy, I told Gary earlier, y'all should tell your sister about my channel. So if something does happen with y'all and I need to know information, she'll know when to come here and tell me. Or give her my email address so she can let me know. Because I really worry about y'all when you don't show up. I did not get an email about it. Um, I think that's a horrible idea, the debate on CNN. I mean, the moderator should not be the moderator. It's CNN. You know they're going to not do right, or not. There won't be fair, I should say. I'm going to say right, but it should not be balanced. I mean, it should be balanced. Yeah, Gary, my mom said that is brotherly love that you're willing to push Brandy around in a wheelbarrow. Um, Biden and Trump are going to debate on CNN tonight. I think it's a horrible idea because they're not going to be balanced or fair in it. I'm sure they'll be cutting Trump off. They'll ask Biden easy questions like, "What flavor of ice cream do you like?" "Hey, are those new? Is that a new jacket?" "Aw." And Trump, "Where were you at 10:38 in 1972?" "What? Oh, you can't answer the question? Or is it you won't answer the question? Your time is up, sir." That's how I see the debate going, but she's she's reading your comment. I'll have your response in a minute. She can't comment because she's watching this on her TV, so she can't comment. But she sends me text messages. My mom can't ride on handlebars though because she doesn't have legs. So maybe you'd have to put Brandy on the handlebars and put my mom in the wheelbarrow. She lost both of her legs in an accident, what, 32 years ago, I think it was. It was real sad. I'm purposely not reading my mom's comment because I told y'all she doesn't have any legs. um, it's been a while since y'all had anybody that wasn't a candy ass, isn't it? I mean, I don't totally keep up on British politics, but it does pop up from time to time. Gary, my mom said, "Oh, you're sweet," and thank you. That's funny. You don't know what my mom said, but you literally just said what she said. She told me to stop fibbing. Yes, she has legs. I just knew that she was sitting there reading this or watching this. She she has legs. I hide them from her so that she can't leave the house, but yeah, she has legs. I put them up on the top shelf in her closet. She can't get to them. She's got legs like Lieutenant Dan. You think I laugh too much? Aw, tough shit. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's how you know she's not really missing them. You really think I'd make fun of my mom for not having legs? I mean, not in public anyways. She said, "Yes, she does, and she does like ZZ Top." Ah, wow. Boy, y'all got all sensitive and shit on me. I'm laughing too much, and then laughing at my mom makes me a bad guy? Hmm. Well, y'all better be glad you don't really get to see how my comedy off of here when I don't have to worry about it affecting my money. No, I knew what you were doing. I was just giving you shit back, Keith. I wasn't upset. But you don't get wobbly legs because they're not real. They're titanium. They're made of the finest titanium. Yeah, you guys never piss me off. When it does piss me off is I'm not here. Oh, now my mom's threatening to start watching on the computer so that she can defend herself while I'm saying she doesn't have legs. But I guess if I don't show her how to turn it on, I won't have to worry about that. She knows how to turn it on. Unless I unplugged it. Oh, wait, she just heard me say that. I would never do that, Mom. Wow, I ran 3 people off. Yeah, you could get a wireless keyboard, Mom. Ugh. Oh, my mom told me to tell you she quit drinking about 15 years ago. Yes, she is completely intact. Well, she has all of her body parts. I think I've made her a little crazy over the years, but she has all of her body parts. She is capable of walking around, feeding herself, driving a vehicle without getting lost. So yeah, she is complete. Um, I don't know if you'd want to hear a debate between us. It gets kind of heated pretty quick because we both have different logic. It's not that we it's not that we have different belief systems, except for religion. It's not that we don't have different belief systems or that we have different belief systems. It's the way we talk that gets it sideways sometimes. Well, I keep running people off. They're like, how dare him talk about his mother that way? She didn't just meet me. She's known me my entire life. I didn't just become this way. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about the people that left. Oh. Yeah. Y'all actually get to see the nice side of me. Does she still baby me? I think she would if I let her, but I'm I'm not really one of those guys that wants that. I guess sometimes she tries, like, "You're getting too hot, want a drink?" or something like that. Well, that's not really not babying, that's just being polite, or I'm running them off quick now. "Ha, ha, ha." Ugh, no. I didn't do that very long. She only had me do that for a very short time, a couple of years ago. Not really, when I was a baby. It didn't last long. The thing is, because I was kinda like, you know how baby calves do that? That's kinda what I was like. My mom's very best dish that she cooks. Um, well, I really like her collard greens or turnip greens or mustard greens. I like her greens. Uh, even though I can't eat it anymore, she makes a good Mississippi mud cake. She makes this Watergate, it's called Watergate salad. It's really good. Uh, I mean, she's a pretty decent cook. uh, oh, she makes good cabbage and sausage. That's good. And my mom will vouch for this. Don't ask me what my wife's best dish is. Everything my wife cooks is amazing. She is a phenomenal cook. Even when she makes stuff that she says she messed up, it's still good. I would take my wife's cooking over any restaurant, bar none. I enjoy her cooking that much. Always have. We've been together over 30 years and it's amazing. Well, 31 now. 31 years? Yeah, 31 years. Damn, we only got 7.5 minutes. Come on, y'all don't run out of gas now. We're getting ready to pull into the driveway. What now? They do say that, but that sounds like the long way to go. I think your heart's closer to your mouth. Well, that could probably happen, Gary, but I assure you, no matter what we had, you would be impressed. Hell yeah, you and Brandy show up anytime. I think by the time y'all came here, she'll be gone. Her days are numbered. I don't think it. I don't think anybody's going to eat her though, due to her age. They'll just use her for breeding. No, I started on time last week, Keith. Just I only had like 3 or 4 people show up. I had one guy talk for like the first half of the stream, and then Jake showed up and we talked the rest of the stream. But there's only a few people show up. I got a really bad analytics from YouTube for that one. I probably should just cut it off, but I was enjoying having a conversation with Jake. The first hour, the first dude kept me in because we were having a good conversation. It's just the way it goes, Brandy. They got to go. I mean, they're actually past due. They should have went last year. Had it not been for that incident, they would have been gone last year. Oh, but it's got to be deer jerky, Gary. Deer jerky is way better than cow jerky. Brandy, I was not, brother. That had nothing to do with you. I was just responding to what Keith asked. I did not start late last week. It's just almost nobody showed up. It was just one of those things. Low spec wasn't here. I mean, almost nobody showed up. I wasn't mad. I was surprised. I was really concerned, like I told Gary earlier. I was concerned that y'all, neither one of you showed up. I was worried that something happened. Not that you have to be here, and not that you have to justify it to me, but knowing what I know, I was genuinely concerned. And every time I think about messaging y'all and going, hey, I'm like, what if they don't, what if they're just like having some time to themselves and don't want you bothering them? Are you okay? Oh, wait, are you okay? Because I do it on my phone. I rarely sit here and do it on here. Spec, I wasn't judging you either, buddy. I was just making sure y'all know. I noticed you weren't here. I know y'all have lives, man. I don't trip out. You're as far as I know in good health. Gary and Brandy you have to worry about. So that's why the concern there. It's not that they didn't show up. It's like hoping nothing's wrong. But I am concerned for both of them for two different reasons. But yeah, no, I didn't trip. I do have mailing addresses for them, Mom. I have sent both of them stuff before. I, I'm trying to do a live stream. You and your little shit can car. Wow, that sounded really mean. Didn't Gary get questions blocked on a different channel last week? Gary usually gets questions blocked on my channel, not by me, by YouTube. But yes, Mom, I have Gary and Brandy's home addresses. I send them stuff from time to time. What's that, Mom? No, I will not give you their address, so you can send them your bra. They don't want that. And she didn't say that either before she messages me. There's the message. But yes, I have their mailing addresses. But yeah, deer jerky is way better than beef jerky. Make it out of the back strap. That's the best piece of meat on a deer. Super good. Deer sausage is better than beef sausage or pork sausage also. How do I know? Because I make both of them. Well, I haven't hunted. Actually, I might go hunting next year. Savannah brought that up. So I might, even though I'm not going to eat it, Dawn eats it, and I can send y'all some turkey. But it doesn't go to waste. I don't kill just to kill. I have stuff that can be done with it, so. And if you want, I can send you a picture of it like. I'm a really good shot. Most of them just fall over. I've only had one dance around on me because it wasn't perfect, but most of my shots are perfect. Damn, I only got a minute and a half. I got one year. I thought I missed her. I only put one bullet in the gun. That's how good I am. I carry 3 bullets with me, but I only put one in the gun. I got a doe one year, and when I shot, she just kind of froze in place, and I thought maybe I scared her. And all of a sudden, she waggled her tail, pissed, and fell over like a mannequin. That's how good I got her. I never take anything to the butcher. We do all of our processing ourselves, every bit of it. I don't trust anybody else to do it, because if you take your whatever animal to a meat locker, you don't know you're getting back your meat because they process so much meat. So we 100% do it ourselves, every single bit of it. I bleed them, skin them, cut them up, process everything. And when we do it ourselves, we get to pick how much fat goes into we're going to be a little over the time frame because I need to get it has a better flavor, Gary, less fattening in it, less fat. I don't know that it's necessarily more tender. Once you process jerky, it's all pretty much the same. Well, I can't say that it's not the process. that makes it more tender. But our beef jerky is much better, and we make it 2 different ways. Jack Daniel's makes it gives it kind of a smoky flavor, and Jose Cuervo tequila gives it a kind of a spicy flavor. But so we make our stuff with those 2 and some other stuff that we put in it. But we marinate the meat in that, and then we put it in the dehydrator to make it. But it just has a better taste. It chews better, better flavor. All right, whoever's got the commercials probably got the commercials. Guys, I appreciate you so much. This has been so amazing today. So next year, if I do actually go hunting and get a deer, I will send any of you that want the lawyers like my lives. I will make jerky for any of you that want it. Just let me know. And so we'll see how that goes. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a great week. Brandy, I will message you in a few minutes. Well, be a little longer in a few minutes because it's almost my dinner time. But I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a great week. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.